Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel and welcome to another week's weekly reading vlog. So it's Monday night. I didn't really want to film like this, but I haven't had time to wash my hair tonight, so it's gonna look worse tomorrow. So I was like, I need to start the vlog today or it's not gonna happen till Wednesday. And Wednesday I'm in the office, so it's just gonna be a downward spiral. Anyway, it is Monday night. It is the 30th of September. I am ready to film my wrap up, and then casually tonight on Patreon Reading Sprints, I read the whole of Bad Like Us by Gabriella Lepore. This one's been on my priority TBR for a while because it is an arc that I've had for most of this year, and I've enjoyed all of Gabriella Lepore's books. They are very quick, but none of them have had a lasting impact on me. Sadly, this one does follow the trend. I read this 300-page book in about 2 hours of reading. Like, it was a very quick. No, okay, 3 hours of reading. There was one 45-minute reading sprint where I read 120 pages. I just stormed through this. Yes, there is some mixed media in this, so we do have some like interview transcripts which make it quite short, but then other chapters are just full prose, so we can't give that all the credit. This author's books really do read that quickly and they are a fun brain dump for a bit. So this one we're following a spring break trip with a group of like 17-18-year-olds. There are 9 of them. I will say that was a real issue for me at the start because I couldn't actually tell between the 9 different people, but there are 9 of them. There is a death, and are any of them guilty? I did have a fun time with it, but yeah, it's come out at 3 stars because I don't think it's going to have a lasting impact. Right, my battery is now flashing, so I need to wrap up on filming, but my priority for tomorrow, for the 1st of October, is Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. If I can read this all very quickly, I can do another Spookoplathon roll very soon. So yeah, I want to steam through this tomorrow. Hello. New pair of headphones. They're just like crappy computer ones, but I'm currently listening to Family of Liars by E. Lockhart. I feel like these are squished in my glasses. I'm round about 120 pages in. I'm enjoying it, but I know it's going to be an unhaul. Like, I'm not loving it. And I filmed my wrap up today where I said something along the lines of, I need to make sure that the books on my shelves are books I actually want to read, because I took quite a few books I was unsure about to Spain, rated them 2 stars, had a bad time reading them. So I just thought it's probably time to check I want all my books again. Every now and again I'll leave some on the shelf that I'm not sure about, but yeah, it's time to be brutal. I think my aim is to get rid of none, to be honest, but we're gonna see if there's any that I want to get rid of. Okay, I've made some decisions. I have 4 books I'm getting rid of. I feel really bad about 2 of them, but I'll explain. So the first one is Bloodlines by Rochelle Mead, and nobody, Becca, don't get too angry, but I bought this to take part in a reading challenge where we were going to read all of Vampire Academy, then all of Bloodlines, and I can't actually remember what happened, but I never ended up reading the Bloodlines series. If I was to reread Vampire Academy now, it would be for nostalgia. It wouldn't be because I thought I was going to enjoy it. So for that reason, I'm getting rid of Bloodlines. Next up, we have Princess of Souls by Alexandra Christo. This is the ARC edition that I got from Yalc in 2022. I haven't even thought about reading it. It's been 2 years since I got this book, just over, so I'm never going to read it, am I? So yeah, this can go. It's an ARC, obviously, so I can't sell it. I have a couple of ARCs now that I'm getting rid of, but yeah, I just need to not feel bad about getting rid of this. I didn't even ask for it, I like won it, so it's fine. Then I just have no draw to read the first book again and then read the second. So we have Middle Game and Seasonal Fears by Shauna Maguire. So I think I gave Middle Game 4 stars when I read it. It's very like pretentious reading. I did enjoy it, but I just look at my shelves and I think about what I want in my collection forever, and this doesn't form part of it. It's not something I would reach for again. I would probably read it if I had to for like a challenge or if someone was hosting something that made sense. I wouldn't pick it up just for the sheer enjoyment, so it doesn't get to live on my shelves forever. which means, yeah, I don't really want to continue on with the series. This is number 2. I'm so grateful that Claire sent this my way. Thank you so much, Claire. I really did have the intention of reading it, otherwise I wouldn't have accepted it when you asked. But I just know now that it's not something I'm dying to reach for. I've read 4 of the Wayward Children books since, and I just don't really love the writing. This was pretentious but in a fun way. I don't think I'd want to do it again. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these 2. So very cutthroat, just get rid of a couple books. It did make some more space. Basically how I want my shelves, you can kind of see it if I angle up. This one, they're all just stacked. There's nothing on top of them. They're just in a row. And eventually I want all of my shelves to just line up like in a row. Nothing stacked on the top. Maybe some like this, how I've got my Akatars. And I do have that kind of down here with my Colleen Hoover. So kind of where that makes sense. But I don't want any like stacks of books that are wobbly. I want everything flat. My method to getting them flat is to get rid of these. I also know I'm going into town tomorrow and I don't know if I can help myself at the works, so this might be reason for the unhaul. Hello, I whacked my phone out because I haven't vlogged at all. I just really haven't been in the mood. It's now Thursday night. I've been in the office Wednesday, Thursday. It's a long day when I go in. I leave here at like 7:10 and I get back about 6:10. So it's a long day. It meant I haven't really done any reading. I'm on page like 80 of Reminders of Him. I am going to keep going. I think I'm really going to love it. I just have been too tired. Like today I got back, had some food, and then all I wanted to do was play Supermarket Simulator for an hour. And now here we are. So I'm going to try and get some reading done before I fall asleep. I will definitely have this done by the end of tomorrow because Friday I'll be motivated. Let's do this, like good weekend. But yeah, I had 2 books planned for this week. I've not even told you about one of them. And I wanted to do another Spookoplathon roll. So I better get moving. Right, hello. It is almost midnight. It's like 20 to 12 and I don't know how my eyes are still open. I had so many plans, but I ended up editing 2 videos and then just trying to read as much as possible. I'm on page 228 of Reminders of Him, and so far it's feeling the same as November 9. Yeah, November 9, where it's probably like 4 stars, don't really care all that much, but I'm enjoying it. So I feel like Miss Hoover, she's going to do what she normally does, and in the next 50 pages she's going to do something that breaks my heart. So it does have 5-star potential still. I wanted it read by the end of today. I said that was the thing, like, oh well, it'll definitely get read by the end of Friday. Not so definite now because I'm exhausted, but I did edit some more videos than I needed to, so that will take pressure off me the rest of the weekend. Because I do want to read this, and then I should tell you the other book I want to read is the one I got for my feed scroll in my TBR, which is episode 13 by Craig DeLuey. So I want to read this, episode 13, and pick a new book. So I better get reading. I'm heading into town tomorrow to do some shopping with my mom, so that's probably not going to be the time to read. But yeah, I could make it a bit of a late one and read all day Sunday. Sounds like a good plan. I'm going to get up early though and finish tidying up because that was also on my to-do list today. Whoops. It is 8:30 on Saturday morning. I got out of bed an hour ago and I've just read about 100 pages of Reminders of Him and finished it off. It is Uddy season now, just to inform you. Officially started. Reminders of Him, 5 stars. Is this a perfect book? No. Could it have done more? Yes. Did I sob? Yes. I could tell exactly where the story was going from like the first 2 chapters, and it happened exactly how I thought it would, but it didn't really change how I felt about it by the end. And I wanted something like shocking and crazy to happen, but I didn't need it. It was just as sad as it could possibly be anyway. So we are following Kenna. Kenna has been in prison for 5 years because of the death of her boyfriend, Scotty. There was an accident of some sort and she basically gets charged for like leaving him for dead. I can't remember what the actual term was. Was it like accidental manslaughter or something? So she is in prison for 5 years, and during this time she has a daughter, and the daughter is being looked after by Scotty's parents who hate her. So she is released from prison and she wants to get into her daughter's life. That is it. Everything happens exactly the way I thought it was going to happen, but yeah, I have feelings. So 5 stars. I'm really glad I read this. My next book for Spookoplathon is episode 13 by Craig DeLuey. I'm not going to start this right yet because I have things I need to do. So I keep putting off tidying up my flat. It is pretty tidy now, it doesn't look it from behind here, but I just keep gathering clothes. It's always clothes that are the problem, because I'll like save my washing, I'll do 2 clothes, like laundry loads, then once they're dry they kind of just live next to the airer while the next load goes on. So I have 3 piles of clothes that I need to put away. I also want to rotate out my summer stuff and put my winter stuff in my wardrobe, make my wardrobe a little bit more manageable. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go back to the audiobook of Family of Liars. I'm over halfway through, I think. I'm about page 150 and it's just less than 300 pages. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to Family of Liars, hopefully finish this off during the time of like pottering about and doing that. And then yeah, I'm going out for the day. So will I get all the clothes sorted? Probably not. I'm probably gonna have to take some photos, put things on Vinted, stuff like that. But yeah, I just want to get some things done and feel happier in the flat again. It keeps happening to me where I'll feel like content, but I'm like, oh, I just need to deal with that one thing. And for some reason, it's pretty much always clothes. And then I've got a whole load of washing to do. I go away next Monday for another week. So then there'll be like that load of washing to do and I won't put the original one away. It's basically a constant spiral of laundry. And I don't know why I find it so hard to finish, like to close the cycle. But audiobook on, let's do another laundry cycle. Okay. Slightly new background, we've never sat here. Sorry if I'm echoing, I'm in the living room kitchen, so it's quite a lot of open space. Anyway, I've been out for 12 hours. Let's play the game of look through Chloe's shopping bag and see if she got anything she actually intended to get today. Starting off with a baking tray. I did need a new baking tray. I feel like however clean you try and keep them, it never works. So we have a new baking tray. We have 5 packets of cheese buldak ramen. I'm kind of hungry. I'm considering a packet now. But yeah, the cheese flavour. I got them for £2 a packet, which I thought wasn't ridiculous. It's still not cheap. I got a box of mocha/mocha sachets from Poundland. I got some of the Aero ones. These are actually for my sister to go in with her birthday present because she said she really likes them. So I needed like sweets or chocolate, so I thought I'd get something she actually likes. A packet of batteries because one of my wireless one of my wireless mice still needs batteries. So I just buy the cheapy ones and rotate them out. 2 packets of stew type buldak ramen. The buldak craze has ended everywhere. I am keeping it alive. A Christmas present for Chelsea because I am that ahead of the game. Chelsea's more ahead than I am, so. Another birthday present for my sister. This is the Wellada lip balm. She wanted this. Some pumpkin pecan waffle syrup. TK Maxx, £5. A ring pop, because Cole won't buy me a ring, so I bought myself a ring pop. He always says he'll get me a ring pop. They're American. I haven't seen them over here before now. So I bought myself a ring pop. Pink Moscato wine. If you've not tried it and you don't really like wine, it's more like squash that makes your head feel funny. My sister's actual birthday present, so she will have seen, like she'll have had these before this vlog goes up. These earrings. I really like these. Oh, excuse my nails, I need to get them done. I'm so tempted to steal these for myself. I love them. And then because I need new mugs like a hole in the head, I found the Howdy and the Cowgirl mugs from Asda. I've been looking for these. They were only £1.75 each. So yeah, big fan. Are they dishwasher safe? They are. So yeah, country themed mugs, big fan. About to have a giant cup of pecan flavoured tea. Coffee, definitely coffee. That is kind of what I needed. I needed the presents for my sister, so I've now finished her birthday present off, and I wanted syrup. So I've done the essentials. I also bought some new bath towels actually, but they've already been washed and are hung on the airer. Yeah, I feel like I've achieved a lot with my day. Well, really not. So tomorrow is going to be pretty reading heavy. I might do some reading sprints starting in the morning. Considering it, definitely considering it. Okay, hello, it is 5:30 p.m. It's dark, like the lighting is struggling. And I just finished episode 13. I have read this all day. I've barely done anything else. I haven't settled on a rating. It's either a 3.5 or a 4. This book does start out as a Project Fear type situation, and I've been loving Project Fear for however long. Like when it was Destination Fear, Project Fear, it's like my comfort scariness. So we're following a TV like reality show who go and investigate this old creepy hotel house thing that used to be used for some sort of scientific experiment. They were kind of talking about EVP sessions and the EMF rate, like reading and whatever. And that was really interesting to me because I knew what they were talking about. But then that tailed off very, very quickly, and this story goes in a direction I didn't think it was going to go. It is like two completely different books. I really wish it would have just stuck with investigating a haunted house and something slightly creepy happening. It would have felt really believable, it would have really scared me, but this just turned into something very, very odd. I do appreciate all the mixed media in this. I like the way they told the story. It's like a 3.75. I'm gonna think about my rating a little bit more before I give it to you, but that's my rough feelings. So I only have one book I want to read next week that fits into my TBR. The rest of my TBR is planned out throughout the month. So it is time to fit in another Spookoplathon roll. So I'm gonna set up my board in my journal, have some dice on the screen, and then figure out how to pick a new book. Okay, I'm just gonna have to hold my camera. So the final roll that we did that got me all of these prompts. So we have now read Reminders of Him and Mood Read and Feed Scroll, we've now done. But the prompt that we finished on was pumpkin carving. So that is where I have started. It's really hard to do this. So I've Googled a dice roller. We want 2 6-sided dice. I'm not counting that as my roll. And let's roll. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Black. Let me just check Becca's prompts for this. It is literally a book with a black cover, so let me go away and think about this. So I'm going to hold myself to the challenge I set myself quite a few videos ago, and that is to read the oldest books on my TBR first. It just so happens the oldest book on my physical TBR has a black cover, and I can't think of a legitimate reason for me to talk myself out of this. So we're going to be reading Life and Death by Stephanie Meyer. It's not this whole thing, this also has Twilight inside. I don't think I read this copy because it's not annotated. But Life and Death, it's time. This is by Edith Cullen and Beaufort Swan. This looks like what I'm reading. Okay, it's happening. Hello, it is actually now Tuesday. I had a full day of not vlogging, just took a day off. It happens sometimes on Mondays when I've like finished one vlog and I'm not quite ready to start the next. So I take a little day off. I did yesterday because I had a very busy day at work. But wait, hang on. I was going to explain everything and then that goes in next week's vlog. I just need to wrap up this week. I would love to tell you that after choosing Life After Death, I sat and read it for 8 hours and finished it. I didn't. I read like a chapter. Yeah, I'm on chapter 2. We've had the biology scene, if everybody knows. I'm interested to see how they do a lot of the gender bent stuff in this, but I'm not like massively obsessed with the idea right now, which is why I never read this book. So, read a little bit of that, but then I just played Supermarket Simulator for the rest of the night. I think I need to have a ban on Supermarket Simulator, but it makes me happy, so I guess it's fine that that's what I'm doing with my time. Right? That has to be fine. Overall though, I don't have anything else to tell you about last week, or this week of the vlog. If you got to this point, please leave me a green emoji for the green apple on Life and Death rather than the red apple on Twilight. So a green emoji, please. I'm gonna stop talking and take us into next week's vlog so I can get that one started and move on with my week. I have a lot of editing to do. I'm going away next week and I've just found out I'm also going away at the end of this month as well. So I need to be ahead on my planning a little bit. So yeah, need to get this done, dusted, edited, ready, scheduled. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed spending the week with me and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.